Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jake, and welcome back to MLB The Show 24 franchise with the Cincinnati Reds. Today, we're going to be doing opening day, as you see right there, front and center, going up against the Washington Nationals and Josiah Gray on the mound. Last part, we just did kind of the intro, kind of laid out the rosters and how some of this will work. I don't know if I went over the settings I play with at all, but we can just quickly go over that here. Legend difficulty, both hitting and pitching. No tutorial tips. Base running, this stuff is pretty much all the default. Um, Decisions, pretty much all the default here as well. Um, let's see. Wait, hold on. Actually, I want to go back. Decisions off for this because I like to dive and do that stuff by myself. Uh, Rules, same thing. Pitch clock on, injuries on. All this is pretty much the default here. Miscellaneous stuff is pretty much all the default as well. Um, For hitting, I just do timing interface. I don't do PCI or anything like that. I've never really like gotten that much into it. I do the same thing in other games too, like Madden. I don't use the pinpoint passing, or 2K. I don't use a shot meter. Well, 2K I use shot meter more than anything, but the other stuff I don't really use. So like PCI, I don't really use or directional hitting. I just do strictly timing based. I feel like it's the most true to player ratings, so I don't know. It's just how I like to play. I know most people play with PCI on this, but not me. And then pitching, I don't do like the meter or the pinpoint pitching. I just do pulse with the chevron fade circle, and again, it's more of a timing based thing. Um, then the fielding stuff is pretty much all standard. I don't know if it showed that. Defense, I don't know or find it. Fielding displays here if you care about any of that, and that's yeah, all that's there. And then the camera, fisheye, and then pitching broadcast. Kind of played around with that off camera in games, just over spring training. But yeah, that's the settings. But obviously, the most important thing is just the difficulty and gameplay style we're on with simulation and legend difficulty. So, presentation, if you want to take a quick look at that in case you care. And then obviously, everything's set to manual. For now, I will eventually turn scouting to auto. Um, So anyway, real quick before we go into opening day, like I said, I did all the rosters in terms of positions and numbers off camera. I just like off the top of my head, I know I changed Paul Skeens to 20, which is what he wore in college at LSU. Um, can't really think of anyone off the top of my head on the Reds that had a wonky number. The Pirates also had like Termar Johnson. He wears number 85 in the minors, but when he was coming up through high school, he wore number 5. So just changing stuff like that so that when these guys do get called up, they're not going to have just wonky ass numbers. And then same thing with positions. Like Frelick move over to right field. Another one I can think of off the top of my head is moving Ahmed Rosar to shortstop for the Rays. Again, just trying to make it so that guys are, you know, playing pretty much at all time. Here's a good example. Renhefo and Drew were both at second base, but move one to second, the other third. Now they'll both be more than likely full time. Rendon to first. He'll probably just DH for them. So just stuff like that. And then um, just kind of relooked over some of the player likenesses. Like there's a few organization top prospects that for whatever reason they like rendered in with this weird ass player model that was like a pale skin, bald, ginger eyebrow guy. It was really weird. So, um, like one guy on the Reds that was like that, even though he's like one of our worst players in terms of rating, was Vincent Timpanelli, however you pronounce that. He kind of had that model. There was a couple other guys like of note, Yanquel Fernandez, who's like the Dodgers, not Dodgers, Rockies like one of their 3 best prospects. He was like that as well. So kind of did some adjustments on that. One prospect that I missed on the roster that I have updated now was Gabriel Gonzalez for the Twins. He's on here now. So again, for the most part, most rosters, uh, positions, numbers, and prospects, free agents that they got in the offseason are all up to date as of this, again, kind of pseudo opening day here. I'm recording this. The Seoul game was 6 o'clock this morning. I did not watch it. I saw the Dodgers won 5-2. My first baseball bet of the year missed because I bet the over, and I lost a little bit of money in my sleep. But I didn't bet that much. It's okay. But anyway, one last thing to go over is the lineup. Against right-handers, we got Friedel, McLean, Steer, Candelario, Ellie De La Cruz, Jake Fraley, Jonathan India, Tyler Stevenson, Will Benson. And then against lefties, we're platooning some guys. So Friedel's still in here to lead off. Candelario moves up to the 2 slot. McLean moves down to 3, just because he's pretty much our best hitter in this situation in terms of power speed combo against lefties. So we'll have him in 3rd. Spencer Steer, cleanup. Tyler Stevenson moves up to 5th. Jonathan India 6th, De La Cruz down to 7th. Honestly, he probably should be lower because if you look at his ratings against left-handed pitching combined with his plate vision, which is your ability to put the bat on the ball, it's not very good. So, but we'll keep him at 7 for now. Stuart Fairchild will platoon the outfield and play against lefties. He bats 8th, and then Christian Encarnacion platoons not in the outfield, but he plays first base, and we kick Spencer Steer out to a corner outfield spot. So that's the lineup. I'll kind of get into more of why I said it that way when we're actually in the game. In the pitching rotation, I just kind of set it, mirroring it to what I think they'll do in real life, or kind of what they'll do in real life. I think Abbott might be above Lodolo to start because Lodolo is hurt, and he had, he only pitched 34 innings, but it's above 6 ERA, so he struggled last year. So Abbott might be above him. Who knows? But for the sake of this, we'll have Lodolo. Actually, let's just put Abbott in 3rd. We'll have Lodolo 4th in the rotation. But so yeah, this is again my 3rd attempt at doing a franchise. The first time I missed some roster moves. The second time I played like a couple games, and then I found out I missed one of the top international free agent prospects, or not prospects, signings on the Giants, Jung-Ho Lee. I didn't even have him in the game, so I was like, kind of need to put him in there, and I had to restart. But luckily, I mean, if you go to my profile here, I've only played 5 games. A few of those were spring training games, and a couple were regular season games. So thankfully I didn't lose, I wasn't 60 games into a year and then realized I didn't have one of the biggest free agent signings of the offseason not even in the game. So caught it early, but we're good now. Everything's perfect. 3rd time is a charm in terms of starting this. I haven't uploaded anything. This is going to be my first that I'm actually uploading, but 3rd attempt, best attempt, 3rd time's a charm. Let's get this thing going. No more yapping. Who wins the Korean series? By the way, in case you're curious, they don't actually play this game in Korea. They play in Petco Park, the first one, and then Dodger Stadium, the second one, which makes sense. I don't even know how they would, if they even have the rights to the Korean stadium, but Padres win the first game, and the Dodgers win the second. So they split the Seoul series. Now let's get to actual opening day, and let's get some freaking gameplay going because I'm tired of talking. I'm ready to freaking go. Let's get into it. We'll just wear our standard white unis, and let's get this started. I will shut up here in a minute to let the opening day presentation play out because that's always nice to watch.
Festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Here in Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, in a city steeped in baseball history, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Cincinnati Reds find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
All right, we're ready to go here. They were kind of flaming us there in the intro, saying how nobody's expecting the Reds to be good, and the projection was 76 and 86, which for recent Reds teams, outside of like 2020, that's actually pretty good. The Reds haven't been great in quite a while, but I feel like, I don't know what their win total projection is for the year, but it's probably right around that number, actually. But anyway, first pitch was a strike, and then the second one, he kind of gets a hold of it here, but a little bit ahead of it, and hits it foul.
0-2 now. The shortstop takes the ball.
To bite on the splitter down low here. One thing I noticed, obviously playing off camera, as we get the strikeout here to start the year, excellent start, is that the catchers, instead of putting a finger or fingers down to indicate a pitch selection, they actually tap on their hip on the pitch combination. And then I had the pitch clock on, and obviously you can't see it regularly, but if you start to get below like 10 or 8 seconds, it'll actually pop up on that little scoreboard down below. So pretty cool little extra details, as I almost hit Stone Garrett there.
One down, base is empty.
Right down the middle. Yep, I knew right when we let that thing go that was going to get hit a long way. And the Nationals killed the opening day Nerfy and take the lead on us. Lovely.
It's 1-0.
I had good timing on that pitch and everything. That thing just got, that was a fucking meatball.
Sometimes we say
wow, good for you, Stone Garrett. That was a nice sound off the bat.
Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you
Let's
throw
regroup
that
here.
pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the
They're
other.
projecting the Cubs to win the division,
In the box now,
which
no balls and a strike.
in real life could very well happen. I feel like the NL Central, honestly, even the teams that aren't favored, like the Pirates, aren't exactly the betting odds favorite to win the division, but I mean, you could kind of realistically see any team in the NL Central to go out and win. Same with the AL Central.
A little bit
what?
High, maybe. 2-2.
How are you not going to give me that call there? All right, let's try the slider running away again. And he fouls it off.
The wind of the pitch. Swing.
High heat gets him to pop up. Get out of the way. He's just staring right at Spencer Steer.
And now it's Joey
Now the
Gallo.
leaning light tower power Joey Gallo, or I like to call him the leaning light tower strikeout.
Here's the strike.
I did not mean to throw a slider. I meant to throw a splitter, but hopefully he just swings and misses
That's
that.
down and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Oof, that splitter that was kind of just hanging. I keep trying to get it low, but Stone Garrett got one right down the middle and he hit it in the left field stand.
And it goes just
A little bit better. It was low this time, like I wanted. How is Joey Gallo fouling off these many pitches? This isn't realistic. He would have either struck out or hit a home run by now. Oh, come on. This is our 20th pitch of the first inning, so we're laboring already here with Frankie. Oh my gosh. Joey, look at that. He has 13 plate vision. He would not be fouling off 6 pitches.
And that's down and away.
Why are we struggling so much to get Joey Gallo out?
This knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think
Oh, now this one's high and deep.
Oh my gosh. What a start. What a start.
So he blasts one out the other way. It's their second home run of the
Jeez,
inning.
man.
And they
Well, I mean, I
tack one
wasn't
on the
exactly
board. It's
wrong. I
2-0.
said he's either going to strike out or hit a home run, and he did the latter there.
Run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number
And
for
we're going to get a
anyone to
lazy
get
fly
to.
ball in the
He's
center.
got to be looking forward to that next one.
Two solo bombs
Drops
for
into
the
glove,
Nationals, and we
they'll
are
do it.
quickly
But
down to
two-round
nothing
trippers
here.
in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show.
Yeah. All right. Josiah Gray on the mound for the Nationals.
And today's starting pitcher, Josiah Gray.
Let's get TJ Friedel lead off. Well, behind the 8 ball already, but thankfully it was just solo shots. And 2 runs isn't the worst thing in the world, obviously.
And not everyone's going to pitch like a #1 or #2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
And down on strikes he goes. And there's one away.
All right. Well,
So up next,
any indication with these first few at-bats, both pitching and hitting, it looks like I'm the worst player of all time.
in the air to left
Sit.
center. Rosario. Long run into the gap. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Steer.
2 down, no one on. Spencer Steer up now.
That's to third.
He's giving us pitches to hit. I just got to time him up.
Tosses to first.
That is kind of
And
a
that's the
positive
third
omen,
out.
though, for the rest of the game, because it looks like he's going to be throwing
And welcome back to
in the
home.
zone.
And here's the catcher.
I just got to, take advantage of him.
And that's in
I
for a
also need
strike.
to not let up 2 home runs
Ruiz
every inning.
measures 6 feet even, 225 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela.
I
Inside
get the call there on
that's
an
a
inside
strike.
fastball.
0-2 now.
This is the 3rd fastball in a row. I'm probably going to regret throwing this, but nope, he just stares at him. All right, thank you, Keebert.
Well, I think that's a case of
All right, we
overthinking
really
right
need
there.
a
Got
scoreless
3
inning
straight
here to rebound
fastballs,
off of that.
walking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now it's
There we
Luis
go.
Garcia. McLean
Lane make the play.
throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Here's Lane Thomas.
All right, this is much better so far in the second.
And that
I
gets
hope
the
I
top
didn't
of
just
the
jinx
zone
it
for
and
a
Lane
strike.
Thomas doesn't
The strong second inning is a
blast one
confidence
over the
builder for
fucking
him,
left field
a
wall or
relief for
something.
his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
And that one missing low. Right through there for a strike.
Twitter again hangs. I mean,
2 outs.
obviously he
bases
doesn't swing
empty.
at it, but that thing is just asking to be hit.
That misses. 2-2.
All right,
Nats go down
much better,
1-2-3.
much better. 2 strikeouts in the inning and
3
then a
up, 3
routine
down
grounder.
for
That is more like it.
bottom
That's what we
half of
want to see,
inning number
frankly.
2. And now it's switching to
Jim
third baseman.
Candelario
Jim
going against his former
Candelario.
team.
Swinging a foul straight back. Gray in his 3rd season, 26 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Ball 1 there. And a foul ball.
Once again, I get something right there in the zone, but just not able to time it up.
Righty to the plate.
That's up the middle. That's a base hit. Jamer Candelario gets the first base
So a
hit
man on base
of
to
this
start
series
the
against
inning.
his former team. Very nice, very nice.
So digging in,
And now,
De La Cruz.
El Jefe, the boss,
Gray,
the franchise
6'1"
guy,
righty,
De La
210
Cruz.
pounds, a former first-round pick.
I'm
back in
hoping
2018.
he's able to
Just
develop
missed.
into our,
Nasty backdoor
cleanup
slider.
or
There's really
3-hole
nothing
hitter
you can do with that if you
for
swing
the
at it. So it's a good
foreseeable
take by
future.
him.
But right now,
High in
oh,
the
that,
air, out to right. Garrett
oh,
has a
we're
beat
just
on it.
early on it.
And
Hit
here's
off the end of the
catch.
bat, and he's
1
still
down.
pushing towards a warning track. If we had good timing on that, it'd be a tie ball game.
Jake Fraley, the next to
But-
hit for the Reds.
Yeah, I would love for Ellie to develop and be that
Just missed.
3-hole hitter. But right now, his vision. I mean, I call him Ellie De La strikeout because that's by far his biggest issue with hitting. Perfect
There's a
up
rocket
the
into
middle.
outfield. They
Station
get it
to
in
station
quickly.
here.
So first and second now, 1
Um,
out.
So I want him to be in higher leverage situation and be in the middle of the order, but I'm not ready to put him up to like 2, 3, or 4 because his ratings, especially his vision, are just not there. And despite the fact that he's a switch hitter, his left-handed hitting attributes are pretty bad. So hopefully through both me playing games and Sims, he's able to do well and develop because he's obviously the face of the franchise already, and he's the future there. But yeah, we'll see. Excited to see how it plays out in real life for him.
Righty delivers.
Now a guy who once looked like that guy for the Reds, and now he's going to be constantly mired with trade rumors back in India. I actually have him on the trade block in this franchise too because he's just the most indispensable player on the roster. But he works a walk in his first at bat of the year, so 1,000 on base percentage is obviously very good. Now we got bases loaded here with Tyler Stevenson. Can we at least find a way to bring Jamer home?
On the inside corner
He's
for a
getting
strike.
calls here, so that's
both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And that one is inside ball one.
Definitely got the
that would have been really demoralizing if
pitch
he just
inside.
went down
Really
3
think the
pitches
outer
and just
half is
stared at
open.
all of them.
Now pop up on the infield.
Good timing on a slider right down the middle, and he pops it up 20 feet from fucking home plate. That is unfortunate.
Digging in, it's the speedy
All right, let's see if
outfielder,
Will Benson can fare any better.
He's someone that
Does
really
have
beats up on right-handed
pretty good pop
pitching.
against
The
right-handed
lefties,
pitching.
however, give him a little bit more trouble. Not close with that one, and that's ball one. 2 outs. Bases
You see there, his clutch is a 53. His contact against righties is like
swing
in
and
the
a miss,
80s.
and that's
Oh
strike
man,
one.
that was one to hit too. But when runners are on scoring position, your clutch rating takes over your
And a
contact. So
pitch.
actually, kind of hurting us here.
In situations like these,
But
the air can get
I don't know.
really thin up there.
This
at the
is-
plate.
this would
Gotta
be
find a way
huge
to
to
breathe and slow everything
Get
down.
one or obviously both of those runs
That one
back.
off the mark, and it count is 3 in a row.
3-1.
Out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't
I'll
want
tell
to
you,
turn
hey,
this
we
lineup
were walking
over.
him, I really
This is
don't
the
care.
guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
I don't know. Do you think
So
that would have been
all
called a
3
ball?
runners will be
It's
off
kind
with
of
a full
50-50
count
there,
pitch
but
with 2 away.
everyone will
Yeah,
get a head
this is
start, so a
good
base hit
chance
would
to
score
tie this
2.
ball game
Gapper
up.
will
Maybe
score
even take the
everyone.
lead if they can get something deep into the gap in the outfield.
But we will walk in our first run of the year, so
Comes in
our first 2 runs we let up were on solo home runs, and the first run we actually score is a walk. I will take it though. Nicely done there, Will Benson.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And we pop out.
Popped up to the
Fuck.
left into foul ground.
Shouldn't have swung that.
Squeezes it. And that
But we at
will
least
end the
work
inning.
one across. Well, they don't put a highlight
Set for the
package
start
together
of the
for
inning. Now the
runs
third
walked
baseman,
and inside of
Ildemaro
them.
Vargas.
It's just as effective
In
as a
there at
solo
the
home run.
knees.
So we get one across. Now it's a 2-1 game.
Swing and a miss.
Hopefully not a
And
score,
it
so
goes
we have a
0-2.
pop of our already.
Baseball right by him,
Do
slightly
that, so
elevated.
that's
That's a
definitely good.
confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to
Ball to
climb the ladder.
Candelario.
Candelario
play,
on
one
the
away.
first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That catches the corner. 1 out, base is empty.
All right, Frankie, let's keep that confidence gauge filling up. I don't know exactly
And that
what
one
the
fouled off.
confidence does. Like you see there, it's under the energy gauge. I don't know if that just like, if you have higher confidence, you're able to control your pitches better. And if you get
And he didn't like the
another
call.
strikeout
Really
looking
love the
there.
pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Or
2 outs, base is empty. Up
I
now
don't
for
really know.
Washington,
I'd have to look that
Stone
up. Or
Garrett.
if someone knows, they can obviously let me
Line drive.
know. Oh,
And
I
there's
guess
a
so.
hit.
Okay, well, at least
And
it
with the
wasn't
inning still alive,
over the
here
left
comes the
field
heart
wall
of the
this
order.
time. We'll take
Hitting is
two-out
really
base hit
easy
here.
for some
We just need
guys.
to
One
win
thing
it.
that I can see already, his bat
Stone Garrett runs
stays in the zone
pretty well,
all
so
lane
anything
for
in
an
the gap
extended
would
period of
score.
time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of
The thing
that
I like
being on plate. And
is
even
that
when you don't
presentation.
get
It seems
great,
like
it's still
that's
hit
mostly what
hard
they
enough
focus on was
to dump
enhancing the
something in like that
presentation,
in front
whether
of
it
the
be
center fielder.
in game or
Now
obviously out of game
miss.
some menus, but They have like the crowd makes a little bit more reactive noise. They have the sound effects in the background for high leverage spots. So
Good eye in that spot.
I've liked what I've seen so far. Gameplay feels pretty simple.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
The way I look at that, everyone wants gameplay improvements, but like I feel like this game plays really well, especially compared to some of the other major sports games. So like if it ain't broke, why fix it? You know? But obviously there's some features and stuff they need to improve on, like with the prospect stuff, and, you know, making sure rosters are up to date, and farm systems are reflected. They obviously need to do a better job at that. But, I give them more slack than the other franchises for sure.
Line to second,
hit pretty well, but right to the second baseman, and he throws it over Joey Meneses' head at first base. Thank you, Luis Garcia, and we are gifted a runner in scoring position here with no one out.
The speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get you ahead.
Can we score McLean and tie this ball game up?
Big swing and a miss.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2.
The bare minimum, let's ground out to the right side and advance him.
Wouldn't chase that time.
He's done a ton of sliders, all sliders. Cutter. I think like all of his pitches are run against righties, at least they all run away. I don't think he throws like a straight pitch. And I feel like we had that thing timed up. I don't know what happened.
That's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. This is tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Towards first, and
foul ball. Okay, I mean, it would have been out. I was hoping that would get through. That would have been really unfortunate if it did get through and then fall foul.
Got a good eye there.
All right, big spot here.
Breaking ball.
Oh. A check swing into being plunked. Okay. Kind of cheesy there, but hey, we'll take it. Jamer Candelario reaches base both at-bats here. That was not a good swing by me.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
What are we doing here? Come on now. This is the kind of situations we want Ellie in. Let's not go down 3 pitches
here in the last half of the third.
Something horrible.
Not even close there. Yeah, that's ball 2.
His clutch rating isn't terrible out of 63.
On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. He beats it.
Thankfully, he has 99 speed. He made good contact with the right at this year. He doesn't make the
nice
error
job of
this
the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball.
Keeper Ruiz does kind of have a noodle arm, so I think we should probably try to steal.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Thomas on the move.
There. Damn it.
Hauls it in to end the inning.
Squander an opportunity there, but
and we're back.
we've been making good contact.
And
we're getting runners on, whether it's through cheesy tactics or whatever. Getting guys on, forcing this pitch count up. I still feel okay here, despite being down 2-1. Frankie has settled in a little bit. He was sledding with the 2 solo shots in the first inning.
Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Fastballs, because he, even on the ones he's hitting foul, he is squaring them bastards up.
And another ball.
What is with this Joey Gallo, like having really good plate vision
and the righty
everything off, and then hitting home runs off?
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
You've been leaning light tower strikeouts. Just strike out. I'm throwing you a fastball. I'm probably going to regret it. Just strike out.
Fouls that
Oh,
off to the left, and
jeez,
we'll do
man,
it
why are we
again.
having these awesome plate battles with the guy who's like the biggest strikeout percentage in the
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound,
No,
but they
he
still
did not
get the
make it easy.
strikeout. Here's Eddie Rosario.
We got our 5th strikeout here through 3 1/3.
Pitch is in there. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Pitch count this is I think pitch 55. I think that's how they count. Right at the
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Runs it up
Another
to 96
strikeout. So
to
we're really
record
racking
the
up the
punch out.
strikeouts now. But pitch count's a little high.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Well, it's not like
Went
we
down
won,
on
though.
strikes his first time through.
We definitely had to work, but
The other
jeez,
way,
that splitter
base
just
hit,
keeps hanging.
and that extends the
Actually,
inning.
this one didn't get put over the fence, but 2-out base hit for Keibert Ruiz.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. And first offering is fouled off.
His
And
confidence
here
in the
it
splitter is
comes.
still high. I don't know why
Bounce
he
to
keeps
the right
throwing
side,
deep
and he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket.
balls. 2 outs.
2 outs.
Oh, yeah, 2 outs.
And a swing and a miss.
Strikes
Down
now,
on
3 strikes. And
Picks
3
up
outs.
strikeout number 7.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the inning.
Jonathan
Now
India
it's the
leading
DH.
off.
Jonathan India.
2 innings ago.
Gray back to work.
At the moment, he has an OPS of 1,000. So their rookie of the year in 2021.
And a swing and a miss there.
Way late on that. Jesus Christ.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. That's
One ball.
down and in.
2 strikes.
So it turns out he does have a pitch that runs in on righties.
Up
Ball
and
2.
in, and it's 2-2. Here comes a pitch.
Down
Wouldn't
to
chase
3-2.
that time.
Oh,
Foul.
shouldn't have swung
We'll
at
see
that, but
another
somehow
payoff
foul it
pitch.
off. Still.
Yeah, the right-hander deals. Swing and the
Sit.
ball popped up. And
Trouble in right field there.
And a board on the
And
leadoff
a little
single.
bloop single. We'll take it
Patience
any
and
way we can
discipline
get.
paid
So
off
back
right
to back.
there as he got into an advantage
Back.
count. You know what they say, he
We'll
couldn't
lead
have
off
thrown
on
it out
getting
there
the
any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Yeah, the
the
batter
middle,
now,
get
Tyler
through
Stevenson.
Abrams.
Underhanded to
Good
second.
range.
How about that double play?
Got
That
what
was
he was looking for on the mound
Can't
right
really-
there, and his infielders took care of business.
Can't really be angry about that.
Execution between short and
play.
second to turn that into 2 outs.
And now, Will Benson. And the
Will
first
Benson
pitch
had the
misses for
epic
ball
walk,
1.
Ball 1, no
RBI,
strikes.
with the bases loaded. And he
Popped
pops
up.
it. Well, that inning went from promising
He's
to
got it, and that ends the inning.
eventless pretty quick.
Back here in Cincinnati, we go to the top of the 5th, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Lane Thomas. There's a strike.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Easy grounded for
Ground ball
Candelario.
left side.
So I guess as we approach the middle
And a
innings
quick
here,
out
it's
number
probably
one.
a good time to kind of talk about how I want this
Ildemaro
series to go.
Vargas
So obviously I'm not
hanging
going to have
in
a
for the
video for
Nationals.
all 162 games, every pitch of those games, because that would just take forever and would take up so much storage on just everything I own by recording that many
Swing and a
videos
high
at this
fly
type
ball
of week.
left field.
So my intention is
Two
to make a
down.
video like every 20, 25 games or
So
so.
the batting order turns
Really the
over.
only games that
Now
I'll be
here
showing
is C.J.
like
Abrams.
every single pitch of is like here on opening day, or
First
like
pitch doesn't find the zone.
maybe a closeout game in the postseason, stuff like that. For the most part, you know, game.
And that one hammered.
Gosh,
That's back
no
there.
way! Third solo
And
home
it's
run
gone.
hit here by the Nationals that just phases through that
He
little.
nails one
netting
out
in
to
the
right. His
bullpen.
first homer of the year, and they add to
But
the
anyway,
lead.
as I was
It's
saying,
3-1.
Most gameplay
That's
will
their
just be like
third
quick
home run of
highlights,
the
or
game.
I play
They're
games
having
like
a
quick
lot
counts
of
and
fun at
stuff.
the plate in this one. They've got the long
That way it
ball
can kind of
working for
expedite
them
it, but
on
we'll also
autopilot.
get plenty of gameplay
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin
content
on his
for
face
the
right now.
season.
He's probably had some of those that
that's
didn't
kind of how
stay
it'll play out.
fair,
So,
but
like,
off
after
the bat,
this,
it looked like it was going to been foul.
if
Was
we
able
do
to
end up
keep it in there,
losing,
tucked it
I'll
nicely, and he gets
obviously
the
play and then kind of get the highlights when we do eventually get
Nationals able to add on thanks to the long
next,
ball. And
like
this
a
is
high
now a 3-1
leverage
ball game.
series or one
You're
against a
dialed
really good
into
team
the
will
show.
show that, or we'll have something
Back here at Great
showcase
American
for the
Ballpark.
draft and
John
scouting
Shelby with
and
my
the
buddy
all-star
Chris
break.
Singleton.
So
It's set to get us started. Bottom five.
we'll be breaking up in
TJ
those
Friedel.
like 20, 25
And
minute
he
segments.
That one hammered center
Perfect on
field.
the first pitch. It's the dead center.
That's
I
back
don't think it's
there.
got the carry. Never mind, it does. First pitch of the inning. TJ Friedel said, "No, we're going right back
Racing
to."
admission. It's 3-2.
And I'm actually really, really happy I hit a home run because in this game they have like the home run celebrations for teams, like teams that have. I mean, really the only one I can think of off the top of my head is the Reds Viking hat. But as you'll see here with Friedel going to the dugout, check this out. They put the Viking helmet on him. That's so sick. They don't have the cape, but hey, that's awesome. All right, now we're back in this thing.
Really good piece of hitting right there.
And now Matt
Just
McClain.
late, come on.
Meneses
We keep popping
moving
up
under
these
this one.
sliders that are hanging.
Brings it in, and there's one down.
Boy, that was a
Stevenson had
hanging
that one
breaking
with the
ball right
bases
there. I think he
loaded.
tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get
mean, we
really
weren't really
big.
out of the
I think
game,
his
only
swing
being down
broke down
2.
as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Being down 1.
In his second season,
Down 2.
26 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. The line to kick the pitch.
Ball one.
The
One
only
ball, 2
adjustment he
strikes,
needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little
Right
more
at
down
the
the
third
middle,
baseman.
and you get it right where you want it.
He's out.
Zips
Good
it to
contact
first,
right at. I
two
feel
away
like,
down.
we've had a lot of that in this game. Also,
Now
so
batting Jamer Candelario.
Jamer has singled and been hit by a pitch. That is a rope. That's going to be extra bases here.
Makes the turn and
And
heads
Ellie
for
De La
second.
Cruz will get another opportunity with
And
runners in
now the
scoring
tying
position.
run is into scoring
Jamer
position.
Candelario came
Didn't
to
take
play
long
here
to
on
get a
opening
result
day
for
against
that
this
at
one.
bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
De La Cruz in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Jamer runs decently well, so if we get something to the outfield, I feel good about sending
Fielders
him.
outside.
Obviously, anything in the
The
gap.
Nationals leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5.
Oh. What? That was good timing, and he foul. Good timing, foul ball.
And the pitch.
What?
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That's pretty nice. And another good timing, just swings up. Hey, this is the plate vision thing. He's only got 35 plate vision.
That misses. And the count's full. Jake
Full count
Freeman
here.
up next for the Reds.
Candelario in second, tying run.
Now it's
No way!
deep to left.
Stay fair!
Way out of here.
Let's go, Ellie De La Cruz. 3-2, 2-out home run in the bottom of the 5th. And the boss, El Jefe, dabs his way
Listen to these fans.
down the third baseline. I can't even talk because we're in the lead now. What a freaking inning. First pitch of the inning, we hit one dead center over the fence. And now we get a go-ahead home run here in the 5th inning with the future of our franchise. What a fun opening day so
It's a
far.
pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And now
That's
Jake
what we want out of him. Obviously, that's how you want out of any franchise guy. But that's what he's capable, man. And I went opposite field too. I was
another
slightly
ball.
late on that.
2-0.
So it's crazy. We had one right down the middle with good timing that we fouled off, and then another slider that we just completely swung and missed on. But then
To the
one that
right
we were slightly
side,
late on, we
Garcia.
hit 380 feet over the left field.
That's the inning.
I will take it though. 2 home runs in the
Two
inning. There's been
round-trippers in this
5
inning.
homers
The
in this
long
game
ball was working.
already.
It's now a 4th.
This has been really fun on
Back here with
opening
my
day
pal
here.
Siggy. Top
This
of
is
the
a good
6th inning.
omen for
And
the
now
series.
for
The
Washington,
first game
Joey
we're playing
Meneses. That
is back and forth, a lot of home run like this. It's good omen. I'm excited.
Team back in there to swing the bats.
Finally, I don't have a franchise that's sabotaged by overlooking roster moves. The rosters are good. The likenesses are improved. The prospects and farm systems are more accurate. Obviously, they're not perfect. Oh my God, that splitter, man! That splitter is decreasing my life expectancy because he's throwing it one of two ways: beautiful, below the knees like I want it to, or right over the middle with a big sticky note on it that says "Hit me 400 feet." I'm not trying to have Joey Gallo acquiesce for the second time in this game. I'm going to try a backdoor slider here. Kind of runs right over the middle here. All right, fastball high and then.
And a pitch.
Why do we keep having epic battles with Joey Gallo? You're not.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I keep saying I'm going to stop throwing the splitter, and then I don't. And it gets hit really well. Granted foul, but still.
Goes down
and we get the call there. So
sure
I was like, yeah, I couldn't complain because most of my at-bats on the line like 3 or 4 pitches.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will
I
take
could be.
that all day long.
I'm sure. If I remember correctly, Joey Gallo does actually, or he used to.
The umpire is going to,
because
at least for now,
guys were
allow
scared
him
to
to
pitch
get
him because
that
he
call.
has a
So
tough
hitters are going to
power.
have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to
I
learn
just
from
know
those
that
things
the
and really
light
try to
tower
exploit them if they
strikeouts.
can.
The Nats down by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
All right, if we get through this here, this will be
Ball
Montas's
flips
last.
the corner. That's a strike.
1 ball,
Pretty
2 strikes.
pretty average debut here for him if we're able to get through this unscathed. These six innings with 3
I want to
earned.
start that load a little bit
Pretty
sooner
good amount of
because of the good
strikeouts.
velo.
Up the
And
middle, and
2
that
out
one
base
finds
hit.
its way through.
Not quite
Joey
able
gets
to
on
get there
base
with
and
Ellie.
keeps it going.
Rosario keeps it alive for
And now the
Keeper
switch hitting
Ruiz.
catcher, Hebert Ruiz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
2 strikes on here. I'll try to cut her here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
I just see I have pitch suggestions turned off. You can see that in the settings, and we get the strikeout looking there. I don't know how many strikeouts he ended with, but that's going to do it for Frankie Montas today. Again, pretty average, but all around okay inning. Outing. Let's go Nick Martinez, the free agency pickup.
Jordan Weems.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Not able to check
India
our swing
stands
time
in
there.
here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss.
This guy
Activity
throws.
in the Washington bullpen. Tanner
He
Rainey.
throws gas,
Hard-throwing
that's for
righty is
sure.
up and loosening.
I also have like the
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
I have the pitch data for the opposing pitchers turned off just to kind of challenge myself a little bit more.
Cuts on it and misses.
And obviously,
That's a strikeout.
Especially with the
Some
stars,
high
you get a sense
cheese
of
for
what they throw
strike
pretty
3.
quickly. But
Tyler
normally, if you hold R2,
Stevenson,
you can see
the
the
next
pitch
to hit
types
for
as
the
well as the
Reds.
velocity. And you can see their energy. And
first
confidence
offering
as
is
well. So
fouled
that's off
off.
for us.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Again, good timing on a
Next
fastball.
pitch misses inside. And it's a
That
ball
should
to
probably
strike.
be hit to the
He
opposite
never
field for a base
moved
hit. but
because
was
he
fouled
never
off.
had time to. But that kind of velocity,
That's inside.
you'd prefer that pitcher
Jeez, he
work
went from
away.
99 to 94 on the fastball. He's throwing all fastballs to Tyler
Kicks and
Stevenson.
fires. Swing and a miss as he
This one
chases
is
that one darting out of the zone. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Wouldn't chase that
Full
time.
count now to Tyler.
Swing
Oh,
and a
that
miss,
was
and he got him out.
I totally
Number
was
2.
banking on a
Very strong
fastball
coming out of
there.
the pen so
Couldn't
far
tell.
as he punches out the first
Oh,
two
so
batters he's
low.
faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so
Count
electric
1-0.
these
I thought that
days.
was
These
going
aren't
right
fun at-bats
for
if you're a
Benson's
hitter.
kneecap
I'm
right
so
there.
glad I'm retired.
Thankfully not.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count
1-1.
even at 1.
Very late
Check
What
swing.
am I
Did he go?
doing?
Yes, he
1
did.
ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hand batter waits.
Ball 2.
That's off the mark. And the count is 2-2.
2-2. Count.
Just the projections down lower, projected Judge and Soto to just run the American League. Oh, fuck.
Gets a piece. And
Which
stays
could obviously
alive.
happen in real life. Aaron Judge just needs to stay
Left-hand
healthy.
hitter waits.
3-2.
And another ball.
I like how they have those projections
2
at the
down,
bottom too.
nobody
They'll
on.
show like the
You're
playoff
in game 1 of
projections,
this 3-game set.
hitting projections,
The right-hander
Nope,
gives
teams
up a
projected
2-out
to
walk.
improve or get
One of
worse.
the things about that
and
two-out
another walk
walk,
with
the
Will
base
Benson
runner
here.
over at first base is going to have a
This guy
very
kind of
aggressive
throws hard.
secondary lead. So
Keeper
ball down
Ruiz
the
has a
line
noodle
or
arm
into the gap
behind the plate.
will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best.
Foul fastball
That
here.
is, if you are
If
the
you hit
offensive side
the
of it.
right analog, you can see the catcher's arm strength as well as the other fielding attributes for the other players. But 45 arm strength and 47 accuracy,
1
obviously
ball, 1
not
strike.
good.
In
Not
the
a
dirt,
perfect
but kept
pitch to go on
close.
because it
And
was
an
in
excellent
the dirt.
job keeping it right there.
This guy just throws so hard and his motion's fairly
So, a
quick.
foul
So
ball
I don't
makes
think
it 1 and
we're gonna
2.
go here. Benson has 80
Benson
speed,
leads
but
off
his steal rating's
first with
just
2
a
down to the
47.
inning.
So I think we'll just hold him.
Ball,
This
that's
is
off the
inside. And the count is even 2-2.
2-2 here to Friedel. Solo shot to center field his last time up. He's actually, in real life, he actually fractured his wrist, I think 3 days ago or something like that. So, really sucks for
Swing, and
the
he
Reds
breaks
to
his
get
back.
sawed off. We might beat this.
First on the road. Misplay doesn't
But yeah, it really
cost
sucks
them
for the Reds
any.
because he's like one of their 4 or 5 best hitters. So now he's going to be out for the
Welcome
foreseeable
back. We're in the
future.
7th
But actually, when I was just starting this up,
Nick
like
Martinez.
20 minutes before I started recording this, they traded for Santiago Espinal from the Blue
They have to pick
Jays.
it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Fouled
Espinal's like
off.
a
He was late.
middle infielder. I think he might play some outfield. I don't know for sure. But just kind of
Looking
a
to
depth.
get the
He's probably,
tying run
again,
on base.
kind of
And that's too high.
compensating for the fact that Friedel, our most reliable guy in the outfield, is going to be out for a while. But
That misses. Now 2 balls and
more
a strike.
opportunities for guys like Benson, Fraley, Stuart Fairchild to play full-time rather than platooning. Because
And that
again,
one fouled off.
the talent of this organization is all in the pitching
Right-handed
and
reliever.
infield prospects. Like
Bounced up the middle.
Hunter Green,
De La
Nick
Cruz.
Lodolo, obviously the big ones. Abbott,
In
another
plenty
big
of time to
prospect.
first.
Brandon
That's the
Williamson,
first
Matt
out,
Lauder,
top
who
of
they
the
drafted
7th.
this past
That's a
year.
huge
Chase Petty,
defensive play in the late
all
stages
pitching
of the
prospects.
game.
And then
It
in
might
the
not be
infield,
the most challenging
you
we've
got
seen
Ellie De La
today,
Cruz,
but
Noelvi Marte,
it needed to be
Sal
made.
Stewart, Cam
That's helping
Collier,
your
Christian
team.
Encarnacion.
Ripped to short.
You know, I'm probably missing some that are
Gathers
actually
and throws to first.
in the farm system
And
in
that
real life.
quickly 2 away.
Matt McClain,
Waldemaro
Spencer
Vargas
Steer, you know,
digging in for the
like all those guys
Nationals.
play the infield, but then the outfield, you know, not nearly as
Swing
much
and a
talent
ball
out there.
lined
Obviously,
out towards
Friedel's,
center.
when he's healthy, is the
Friedel
everyday
takes the
guy
play,
in the
and
center
that
of
is
the
that.
outfield. But other than that,
And
it's
the
guys that
Nationals.
have to platoon.
We're back
Fraley
in
and
the picture
Benson,
here to start
liabilities
the
against
bottom of the
lefties.
7th. Tanner Rainey.
Fairchild,
Just
good
trying to keep
speed,
this one close
defense,
here, and this is where
meh
a bullpen
hitter,
can give
you
their
know.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
So,
digging in,
and
Matt
then
McClain.
they're trying to play Jonathan India a little bit in the outfield. Obviously, Spencer Steer can play a
Yeah,
corner
first
outfield.
offering
But
is
one of the things
fouled
I'm really
off.
going to look to improve for this team is to get like a bona fide good starter right now, not one that's supposed to be good like in the
Swing and
future,
a miss as he
like Hunter
chases
Green, Nick
way out of
Lodolo,
the zone.
but one that's just good right now, and then outfield help for sure.
1
Wouldn't
ball.
chase that
Because
time.
again, you know, Jonathan Indy's a perfect bridge guy to have while these young guys like Marte, Christian Encarnacion develop. Edwin Arroyo as well is in there.
That one
But
missing
he's
inside.
eventually going to get traded. I'm not in any rush to trade him. I have him on the trade block, but I probably won't look to actually get rid of him unless he's just
Popped
like playing horrible
Garcia drifts
or we get
towards
a good
it.
offer around like the trade
Puts it
deadline.
away for the out.
But I would say by the start of next year, he
Spencer
probably won't be
Steer
on the team,
now
which
at the plate.
is
0 for
kind of
3
sad
with
to
2
say
groundouts
because in
and a
2021,
strikeout.
in his Rookie of the Year season, he was just so fucking fun to watch on a team that was horrible.
There's a swing and a miss.
Man,
0-1's the
91
count.
on the slider
Well,
right there.
not
That's
really
a hard one.
horrible,
That's a
but
low-end fastball for some pitchers.
disappointing because they had
Now the
Castellanos,
count
Mike
is
Moustakas,
even.
and
Bases empty,
all
one
them guys
away.
that they
Near
actually
the
went
bottom
out
of the
and
7th.
paid
There's
money
balls
for,
in.
and then they just didn't.
Back-to-back breaking pitches
do anything
away,
with
you
that
get the
pitch.
feeling
Went
as a
sub
hitter
500,
that
so.
the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think
2022
the
they were really bad.
Right here.
But again, they were expected to be bad. And then last year they actually went 80 and 82, showed some excitement. And now there's a tangible buzz around the franchise. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world to be a Reds fan right now.
And a foul ball.
A little late on the fastball there. We squared it up, but
Lifted in the
again,
air,
get a
right
fastball.
center
A little
field.
late on it.
Garrett on the move to the
Hit it
gap.
pretty well into right center. I wonder if we had good
Second
timing,
out.
if that would have
Everyday dream batting.
been a homer. Guess we'll never know. Real quick, I'm going to look at pitching matchups. I'm going to get Suter and Antone warmed up. I'm going to keep Martinez in.
These outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play.
Here's Jamer
perfectly.
Candelario, who's having an excellent debut for us. A single, double, and has been hit by a pitch.
Ball one.
Just missed.
Oh, did we just add a home run to that? What a debut for Jamer Candelario. Can he do that in real life? That would be such an awesome free agency signing if he's able to just be in the middle of the order, veteran guy, around all these young guys and just be a stable hitting force. Game one of this hypothetical universe, pretty damn good. He's a triple away from the cycle, which we're not going to get triple with him, but
A good hitter gets pitch recognition
let's go.
early.
I'm just going to play this out, see if they do the Viking celebration. I don't know if it's with certain players or if it's with everyone. Because off camera in like spring training games, and then the other franchise I started and played like 2 games in. Yeah, he doesn't get one, but like Matt McClain does. So maybe it's just the main Reds player. First pitch swing with Ellie, and we're definitely going to try to steal a base here. Single for him.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing
This guy does throw pretty fast. Imagine a pitch out here.
At
Nope.
the play, Jake Fraley. And first offering is fouled off.
Be patient here with the steal, even though we're at 2 outs.
At the belt and fires. On the outside corner,
Right.
and the count is 0-2.
We're going here because he's not going to pitch out. But I imagine he's going to throw something out of his zone.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes up the middle.
I don't know if we would have been hosed. It might have honestly been a strikeout looking, but we get another insurance run from Jamer Candelario with our second solo home run of the game, 3rd overall. Both teams have now hit 3 home runs. We've been the beneficiary of runners in scoring
And now here's the
position. They've only
Nationals
hit solo
leadoff
bombs,
man,
so.
C.J. Abrams.
We're going to keep Martinez out here because he only threw 7 pitches last inning.
Martinez, in his 6th season, he features a changeup, a sinker, a curve, a cutter,
Good
and he works in a 4-seam.
swing right over top of it. Let's try throwing it again here. Beautiful.
And one away.
Beautiful.
Stone Garrett. He's already
All
homered in
right,
this
Stone.
game.
You have a really cool name, but I'm going to
There,
need you
strike
to
one.
just chill and like, ground out to shortstop here. Or second base, that's fine
Lays
too.
out,
No,
but he can't squeeze it.
I don't know
Not
if
in time.
the dive was
He's safe.
necessary there. I might have fucked myself with that.
And now the first baseman, Joey Meneses.
It's all right.
No
Come on,
strikes.
Blue.
This guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but at the very least, if you can
All right,
find
we're
a way
getting
to
squeezed a little
manufacture
bit
that
here.
run from first, it feels like it's really important to
Okay,
get
but
him
you
back
give us
into
that
this
one.
ballgame.
All right, I'm pitching for double play, but I'm going to try to change his eye level here.
And fouled
Go up
off.
high.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
3-2.
In the dirt. fielder holds, and it's a full count. With the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th.
Double play ball here. Meneses does not run well. There we go. Nicely done. Just how we drew it up. And they're bringing in a ginger Mason Thompson with a 5.5 ERA. Well, with that, let's go ahead and get Mr. Alexis Diaz, who is criminally underrated. He should be higher than 81, man. He should at least be mid-80s or pushing 90s.
And here it comes. Out to short.
First pitch swinging, weak contact off the end of the bat.
Throw to first.
Easy ground out there.
One up, one down.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
All right, Tyler Stevenson now with no one on, one away. First pitch swing again, and this one was hit pretty well. Gone! Another solo home run, our fourth. Well, not fourth solo home run, but fourth home run of the game here on opening day. Tyler Stevenson, who had a really down year last year hitting-wise. He has a potential because 2 years ago, he just absolutely raked when he came up. Last year, really struggled. Really banking on him to rebound, and he hits a home run here on opening day for us.
Strike 2. Movement in the bullpen. Dylan Floro looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Wouldn't chase that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, if we get another run, we won't even need Alexis. Low key, I kind of don't want to score because I want to use our closer here on opening day.
That one ripped.
Oh, just foul. Man, that sucks.
Liner snagged at
good catch.
first.
That swing right there.
I don't know how he made contact with that, honestly.
Didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Swing and a
Little
ball
blooper. Is that going to sit?
Left field.
Nope.
Grabs it on the run.
Another solo shot. This one from Tyler Stevenson to dead center field.
Solo shot. Last chance come.
And let's bring in our closer. They even give him his own little walkout entrance, which is so cool. I don't know if they do that for every closer. I'd imagine at least the good ones probably have a little intro, but
Welcome back, and here comes the closer.
37 of 40 saves, 3 ERA, which is a little high for a closer, but 37 out of 40 is going to give the man an 81. Put some respect on his name.
An all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a two-seamer. Next pitch is downstairs.
We're kind of nibbling. I just need to be aggressive. We have a 3-run cushion. If Joey Gallo gets a solo home run on us, it's really. I mean, it hurts, but let me try.
Eddie Rosario will hit next. There's a strike.
Just going to go right at these guys. We have the biggest cushion you can have for it to be a save opportunity. Fly ball here in the right center. Easy play for Friedel. 1 out away from starting the season 1-0 and being on a projection of 162-0, or on pace at least.
Wrapped foul. The Nationals trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th.
Last strike. The purge sirens are going off in the background.
Next offering upstairs.
Can we end opening day with a strikeout here with our closer?
The Nets down to their final strike.
That's a ball.
Misses, and the count's
we're thinking about it.
2 outs.
Come on, Keeper. You know you want to do it.
That one is absolutely belted. That's
No, he actually wants to hit a 2-out solo home run. Oh my gosh, dude.
That'll fire up the dugout.
I'm not even giving you the satisfaction of
this team will not quit.
doing the home run
The
trot.
next to hit takes
Ah,
outside.
come on. There we go. Pop up.
In foul ground.
Foul ground, but playable for Jamer. Pretty fitting guy to make the last out of the first game of the year. He had an awesome game. And we are 1-0. The Reds win. What a fun game. 7 total home runs hit, some lead changes. That was really fun. If every game went like that, that would just be beautiful. Because we'd be 162-0, and we'd be hitting a lot of home runs and being close games. Get the victory line going here. Back at the main menu now. Yeah, that was a really fun opening day game. Yeah, that was awesome. Got the win. Kind of talked about how the series or how I want it to play out, how I'll manage it. So like based off of that, like the next series I might look into is like probably this one right here against the Rangers. Like it's a road series against the defending champs. There's some other ones you could like first divisional series here against Milwaukee, but they're meh this year. You know, Angels, Mike Trout, nah. I think the next series we'll look over and get some gameplay from is the Rangers series going against the former world champs in their house, and then yeah, from there we'll just kind of play it by year. Just take it again like 20, 25 games at a time. I'll take, you know, quick clip highlights from some of the games I play off camera. Maybe I'll stream here and there, but yeah, just that's kind of how the basic layout is. I know it's still kind of vague, and we'll just have to keep getting experience with it. Obviously, it's my first franchise series, so there's stuff I need to learn how to do and everything. But I'm excited, and again, that first game was a perfect omen for this series. Should be a lot of fun. I'm very, very, very happy with that result. One thing I wanted to look at before we end here is obviously I did the major league lineups, but in case you gave a shit, I did the minor league lineups, double and triple A, as well as their pitching rotations as well. So, and in case you were curious if I was doing that, yes, I am. So, um, and then one more thing I wanted to point out: this, like, look, top 100 prospects now instead of top 50 or 40 or whatever it was before, and there's top 20 by each organization and by position, and then there's this little prospect promotion incentive list, which I don't exactly know what that means, but it shows like the top 5 or 6 guys in each organization. Well, it shows more for us. Like, yeah, I don't really know what this means, but there's something to it. Yeah. But anyway, that's going to do it for this first one. Obviously, I know it's a long episode because I did some yapping on the start, and then we did every single pitch of opening day. Most episodes won't be this long. They'll be a little bit longer in length just because, you know, obviously there's game footage to get, there's scouting to show, there's other types of stuff to show. But yeah, I mean, on the longer end for this one, but it'll shorten from here. Um, no transactions or anything was really made over spring training. I forgot to mention spring training. There wasn't really much to talk about. We had a losing record. Some guys hit well. Like Ellie had an OPS over 1,000. Pitching wasn't that great. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. We didn't have any injuries, thankfully. There's some teams that do have some injuries from spring training, but thankfully not us. Um, Lars Newbar for the Cardinals, Vaughn Grisham for the Red Sox, Springer, Paul DeJong. You don't care. Let's end this thing. This was a ton of fun for the first episode. I'm excited to continue this series. I probably sound like a broken record now, but I really am. So that'll do it for this part. I look forward to seeing you guys again, and I hope you have a great